how would you compare your educational experience in UAE to any other location?
I was born and raised in the UAE in the city Dubai, and I went to public school and I went to private school. And after graduating high school in the UAE, I went to the UK, well, to Canada first, and then I switched to the UK and studied law, and now I practice as a lawyer. And so just now that I've gone through all of that, reflecting on my education, I realized that historically there's been such a strong focus on rewarding students for doing well in standardized testing, learning how to do standardized testing and test well, and memorization. And it wasn't until I went to university in the UK and in Canada where I realized, the idea of critically thinking in an academic setting where you're assessed on it was something that I wasn't equipped to do. The UAE education since has moved on, but I won't go much into that because question 4 deals with the areas of growth and opportunity and challenges in the UAE. So I'll touch more upon that there. But when I was in high school and just studying, that was something I noticed as the key difference, the strong focus on standardized testing.
It's kind of interesting that you mentioned this because my answer is kind of threefold, and one of those points is that if you plan to go to the Middle East to study, that's one of the adjustments that you'd make, and that would be professors know exactly what they want as the correct answer, and here in the United States, haven't studied in Canada, but they're more open to you expressing your correct answer, what you think is correct. So that's one of the comparisons I will make. And then moving a little away from just simply education, because when you're going there, you're not only just studying, you're also it's an experience altogether. So you're making new friends, you're exploring the city, the country, or if you choose to travel beyond the country you're in. So two more things. One, you're going to find clusters of people. So you'll find clusters where people are mixing culturally. So you'll have friend groups that are from all sorts of cultures. And then you'll also find clusters that are specific to cultures. For example, I'm Pakistani. So there's a cluster of Pakistani friends you'd find more often, or Desi, which is Pakistani, Indian, and so on. So I would say, if you can get into and make friends with all the clusters, you'll learn a lot because you'll pick up on the culture and you're going to find all the differences and similarities. I think there are more similarities across the globe than there are differences. That's what I think, because if you really go to the root of it. So that's another comparison I'd make. And that's something you wouldn't find as much in the United States as you would obviously in Dubai, or surrounding countries, simply because everyone's migrating there, everyone's employed there for a period of time, so there's a lot of mixed cultures coming in. And then the last bit is, in the United States, like for example, if you're in a specific state, you're going to find very similar things to do within that location. With UAE specifically, you have a lot of different things to do. So when you're in Dubai or one of those countries, you can actually go ahead and explore. I like to put it as, there are parts of, I'd find parts of Europe, parts of America, parts of everything in UAE. So kind of explore that. That's one big comparison I'd make, that you can explore a lot of things and get the basic idea and the feel of different parts of the world. And that's how I've seen it. But those are the three main points.
It's funny you say that, Mahin, talking about having different friends group from different places. And, I think I didn't even register that because just growing up in Dubai, if I look at my friend group, they are from all over the world, different religions, different cultures, different backgrounds. And it's just so normal in the UAE that you can stick to your cluster or you can branch out. And yeah, that is something that is definitely really great, that I think people don't really appreciate as much. That I think, like Cassiana said, it's 2 hours from all these different places, that it does attract people from a lot of different places, and the economic opportunity incentivizes people. So you do end up going to class with people from Sri Lanka, people from the US, people from all these different places. And as a result, you kind of bond based on your human connection rather than your cultural connection.
Exactly. And you find all those similarities and personalities and across culture. That's what I truly enjoy.